Hey everyone, welcome to the 1804 show, chapter 2. I'm your host, Della Will, and this is episode 577. So tonight, got a special guest coming by the name of Miss Cierra Henderson. This is her first time on the show, first time on live. So hopefully you guys will welcome her with open arms because it's not a very easy thing to do. So just waiting for her to get in here so we can get this started. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for future notifications. And here she is. Let me see if I can bring her in here. Okay, there we go.
Hey, how you doing?
Uh,
Look, I just rushed through the rain.
oh man, I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. How are
I'm so
you?
sorry, like to be 19 minutes late because I do respect people's time. But this has been a long day for me, so give me some grace.
Oh, I already did. I already told him this was your first time on the show, so it's all right. It's all good.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So how you doing?
Mm. You want to know? Today has been one of them days. I think because with the weather, because it's been rainy here, cold and dark. So I'm learning that certain seasons is kind of like triggering a little bit. So it's kind of been an emotional roller coaster starting like towards this evening. And then I don't know, get prepared for this uh conversation. I think the reality kind of set in a couple hours ago. Like, am I really like talking about this? Like, is this really my reality? So yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. What about you?
Well, everything that you said is I can relate because, like I said, even though it's been 8 years since my journey began, it never goes away, and that's the thing about it that people just don't understand. They don't get it because you're forced to become a new you. You're forced to accept your new life in the midst of things because it's just you already had like a plan lined up
Mm-hmm.
with you supposed to bury your parents together. It's not supposed to have been like that,
Right.
and you feel like cheated, especially when you're a nice person and you just like, why me? And why this had to happen to me? And I didn't deserve this to happen, not just to me, but to my family and stuff like that. So it can be very troubling and just questionable at times, but I don't ever tell anybody who experienced it or who haven't experienced it that it's going to get better because it doesn't get better. But you just learn how to maneuver. You just learn how to live with it.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Yeah. So, um, how about you talk about just upbringing, stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows who you are, but just give us a little brief description about who you are. How would you define yourself?
Uh, who I am, who I am. You want to know who I am today or who I used to be?
I mean, whatever suits
it's
you.
uh, well, I was born and raised in Saginaw, Michigan. I
Mm-hmm.
spent most of my life there. I'm the oldest of three children. Uh, I'm 37. My sister's 35. My brother would have been 31 this year. Um, who I used to be. Let's see, people person. Try to be free spirited. Um, try to treat people with respect and kindness until you push me to go the opposite
Mm-hmm.
way. Um, I've been in Texas for the last 2 years. Um, I haven't visited Michigan that much since I moved here, just because once you separate yourself from a certain environment, and not to put a lot of people, some of my experiences with people is like when folks move out of town, they think they're better or they forget where they come from. It's not necessarily that. It's more so when you separate yourself from one environment to another, and it's more life in your new environment. Sometimes you tend to keep the past in your old place where you used to be in your rear view. So, um, who I am
Absolutely.
today, I am the individual who um, this was my first time being exposed to losing somebody that was very close in my immediate family. And who I am today is I'm learning to take mental health serious. I'm learning that uh, even though society tell you a certain way to grieve, that's not necessarily the way you have to go about things. I'm learning to take my healing serious and just allow my emotions to process. And one day I may be angry, the next day I may be happy, the next moment while we on here on live, I may, you know, bawl and cry. I don't know what it is, but I'm just learning to adjust and adapt to this new journey, even though it may be painful. But I know as time progresses that you get stronger and you're able to um, kind of just adjust to however you need to, not how people expect you to. So um, I've lost a lot of friends throughout this season of my life, and I'm okay with that. Uh, I've been like seeking counseling. So for the last 9 weeks, I've been going to a grief counseling with my family, and it's been a process, but it's helping. It's educating me on the proper way to heal and not to consume myself in depression and things like that.
That's good because everyone doesn't think counseling helps. It does help to talk to people and just to be able to get that all out. Because I would tell you for sure that you stronger than me in that department. Because it took me 5 years to admit that I couldn't do it by myself.
Mhm.
And I think if I would have went to counseling in the beginning or a lot earlier, it would have prevented so much. So
And you
much.
know what? Necessarily, like you really not doing it by yourself. Like you may think that you're doing things by yourself, but I feel like in this season, like God allowed people to be connected to you so that you don't have to be alone. You know what I'm saying? And I think with counseling, uh, it actually helps you in a professional manner and it helps you understand life a little better and losses a little better. But at the end of the day, if you have like a spiritual relationship, you're never doing anything alone. It's just based off of um, are you going to allow God to open you up and to receive Him in this time of darkness? You know what I'm saying? And that's really how I'm looking. That's how I start to look at things lately. Like even though I'm alone, but I'm not really alone. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like His presence is really like allowing me to process things and be vulnerable and be sad and be angry and be happy. But I'm not walking in it alone, and he's blessed. He's allowed me to be blessed with individuals who understand what I'm going through and who's on the same journey, and we can have conversations. And one moment I'll be like, you know what, today not a day for me. Like I'm checked out, and it's like a blessing. Like some people, you think that, like even with friendships, you think people are supposed to be there. You expect people to respond a certain type of way, but some people just don't understand what you're going through because they never experienced it. So give them a little grace and, speak to them, be honest with them about how you feeling. And some people just meant to just separate themselves because they was only meant to be in your life for a season. So I'm learning that. Like I really haven't been alone in this process. Like I have really been allowing God to like be who I need and be the head of my life in a lot of situations.
Yeah, and you being the oldest of your sibling that passed, and me being the youngest of my sibling that passed, I think it affects both of us the hardest to me, as far as like brothers and sisters and stuff like that. Because it's like we see it totally different from like the middle child, because the middle child has their own position, has their own role. But when it's like your youngest and the oldest, it really affect us because it's just um, allow us to really see things like, wow, this is real. Like this is crazy, But I would just say from just my experiences, you never lose friends, but you find out who the real ones are.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones who just like left, they weren't your friends anyway. And the craziest thing of going through that is you feel like that drunk on the street or that drug addict that's constantly shooting up or sniffing up, feel empty. And that emptiness is dreadful. I don't wish that type of pain on anybody. I won't relish in that pain with people, even if I despise somebody. I don't wish them harm or torment because it's like you being tormented. And there's nothing you can do about it. And I was just fortunate to just really get out of that and just really come back better than ever. And I just tell anyone to find an outlet, find something that you love to do, find something that makes you feel like peace, and be creative and stuff like that. And being creative helped me a lot because I had to go through my anniversary this past Halloween, and it just, I think like every year it gets better, or like I'm beating my feelings, and I found out I'm back to stage one, but that's okay, And I tell everyone, don't beat yourself up about things because we're human. We have feelings, we have hearts, we have emotions, and everyone isn't meant to understand your emotions because they have their own, just like you have your own. So, but I want to um, ask this question very delicately without making you feel some type of way. But what was your brother like? If you can give us some type of description, what was he like as a man, as a person?
Um, my brother was real quiet. Uh, he was quiet, but if people knew him, he was like a fun person to be around. Very respectful. Um, very protective of his family. Um, my brother was a gamer. So one thing he loved was his video games. Um, being around him and just hanging out, he was always And when I
Hmm.
say a vibe, it was like with me not living in Saginaw for like a long time, because even before I moved to Texas, I lived in Kalamazoo for like 7 years. But I would go back home and I would get with my siblings and we'd sit around, laugh, crack jokes, talk about each other. Even if we hang out, like he was my hype man. Like, it's videos that I mean, even to remember him and to not always be sad about it, to like allow him to live, like to feel his presence. I would listen to certain songs and I would think about him and how we'd just be jugging. He respected people. He was crazy about my mom. He was crazy about his daughter. Like, he was crazy about his sisters if he needed to be, but he was not a violent person. Um, he was a very humble spirit, and he always tried his best to be the best that he could in anything that he did. I don't know. He was just most people used to call him Sleepy Rob, but he was just a chill, genuine individual, very humble, very respectful, very mannerable. And that's my experience with my brother. Like, that's the person that I know. That's the person that I was raised with, and that's my little brother. And even for me and my sisters, like, we was all me being the oldest, I always felt like I had to be hammered down on my siblings. So sometimes I probably got on my brother's nerves. Okay, that's what people go through when they got siblings. And he probably called me crazy, and I'll call him crazy. And sometimes we may get mad at each other and not talk for a couple weeks or something like that. But at the end of the day, like, I love my brother. I always, I just try my best to be the big sister that I knew how to be. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, like, he was a good person. I miss him. He wasn't a violent person. He wasn't in the streets. Okay, he probably hung around individuals or whatever. And I'm not the person to judge people, but he was just a genuinely good person. Like, even coming back for his memorial service, like, to be able to listen to individuals that I never knew, and just from his his class, and coming and be able to speak about him, like, it was very uplifting. And to just, I don't know, it's just good that even though somebody passes on to another life, I feel like it's always good when people can come and have good things to speak about you. And I think that was the most beautiful thing that I was able to experience from people that I didn't know all around the community, that was able to come and share some memories that they had with my brother.
Oh, no doubt. And reputation is the most precious thing you can have. And just not knowing that anything can happen at any given moment. So, what will people say about you when you no longer here to defend yourself? So that's why I make sure that I treat people the way that I want to be treated, and make my mark on everyone in a positive light and stuff. Because I
No, I
know
mean, for me, some people may say some bad things, but I don't care, because overall, the majority, and your relationship with everybody is different based off of what that individual births with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever seed that you plant with an individual, that's what you reap in return. So with me, you're right. It's all about the people that you surrounded with, and what type of individual you are with those people. But for me, I feel like overall, a lot of individuals, strangers that I don't know, reached out to my mom, and a lot of his classmates had a lot of good things to say about him. And I can say that I'm proud that other people see him in that light too.
yeah, that's what's up. You just really think about things sometimes, and just wish, like, maybe um it would have turned out differently and stuff. Well, I feel like that every day because everything wasn't a good, but it was real. It was really real because me and my brother, well, we was 13 years apart. He raised me pretty much, and when he like I would say when he got older, we both became grown men. He always kind of act like he was my daddy still, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I'm a grown ass man. Like you ain't gonna be talking to me, you gonna treat me like this, you know? Cause he was just like jealous because I had got the height that he wanted, and whenever we was around, like walking somewhere, people would think I was the older brother because I was bigger than him. He was 5'8", I'm 6'5", and he was just like, "Oh, you just think you better than me and this and that." I'm like, I can't help that. I didn't ask for this. And we would play video games together, and he would get mad like whenever I would win or something like that. He broke so many controllers and stuff. My mama was just always getting mad about that, always fussing at us. I'm like, he breaking the controllers, not me and stuff. But
Right.
well, I can rejoice now. Then, because I try to, well, I used to avoid those memories that popped in my head because it was just like it was teasing me type thing. And my question to you, did you feel like that at first before you had a, like an understanding of it?
Um, hmm. I I I don't think I ever avoided the memories because um we- I didn't avoid the memories because it's like I needed that to kind of like help me through like not always being sad or feeling depressed. And it's times right now like I would go through my phone and I would look at videos of maybe when I came into town and I'm standing at my sister's house and my brother digging in my nose because I'm sleeping hard and they'll be laughing around. Or it's times where it was so weird. Like we used to have these group. It's so funny, like, but we used to have these group FaceTime videos, right? And like my brother being like kind of the only guy on the phone, the only male on the phone. Like he may call my mom and she on the toilet, or I may do something and he like, man, y'all like really be getting on my nerves doing this, but it's like, boy, you the baby, like chill out. You know what I'm saying? Or it may be time like I can remember a time where I had FaceTime him and I don't know what we was talking about, and he'd be like, "What's up, little ugly?" And I'm like, "Man, you ugly." So he'd be like on the toilet taking the whole number two, and then I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he'd make these ugly faces. So it's like I have like those memories. They kind of like allow me to continue to press through, you know. And I don't know. He's just crazy. Like even with us being little kids, like he was always the little brother, but he used to act like he was the man of everybody. Like he run the show. He, you know. So I cherish all of those memories, and they actually make me happy because I just looked at a video a couple of days ago, and I was over my sister's house, and I was like knocked out, and I think it was maybe Thanksgiving or Christmas, and him, the female that he was with at that time, and my niece, because he had just had my niece, and they came to visit my sister in Detroit, and I was there, and I think we went ice skating that night, and I don't know, I was just knocked out on the couch with my head like over this because they always did petty stuff to me. So he came over there like he was up in my nose, but I kind of like jumped, you know what I'm saying? And they would just bust out laughing. So it be things like that that just make me like, God, like I be needing those sometime to get through. And I don't know. It's just funny. Or like okay, so this is crazy, right? My sister had her 30th birthday? I think my sister had her 30th birthday party, and they always say it was me. So we was at Nikki's in Detroit, and we was all on the dance floor. And listen, when I drink, I'm like a happy drinker. I do not participate in violence. And if people trying to fight, I'm the one that be like, hey guys, let's just have a good time. Let's not fight or whatever, right? So we have this big old booth over here, and it's like me, my cousins, my sister, and everybody friends over here, right? And it's my brother and all of us. We just vibing, having a good old time. So then it's a booth next to us, and like some people got to like arguing and tussling and stuff like that. So here, my little happy-go-lucky self go over there. He was like, "Hey guys, let's just calm down, let's have a good time." And my brother, because we all under the influence, like he thinking like somebody like trying to fight me, and I'm like no. So like he got all like hype, like man, keep your hands on my sister, because I think somebody pushed me. I don't even remember because I was myself, but I really wasn't like paying attention to nothing else. And like my brother, like we all got kicked out because he just went like Incredible Hulk crazy in that moment. So it's just times where it was funny, but then he showed like he the man and he protecting, his siblings. Like at the end of the day, I may be the baby, but I'm responsible for these women in my life. So for me, I reflected back on all the moments, and anytime I may post a video and I may be dancing with them and hey, and my brother like we all just jugging. So I love the moments. Like I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world.
That's crazy because I remember I did that at the Thunder Room.
Hold on, wait. What was the Thunder Room? The Thunder
Well,
Room.
it was like an old after hour spot, like on Genesee years ago. I think it was. Let me see, what year was that? Um, I think it was active like around 2011 to 2012 or something like that. It was on Genesee and stuff, across the street from. Uh, Man, what's that one store? But it's like a little store, but you will see if you remember. But y'all help me out, the guesses or people watching, the viewers.
Thunder
Y'all help me
Room?
out. Yeah, the Thunder Room. Like,
I ain't never heard of it. Wait,
oh,
wait. Is it across the street from Tony?
like a few blocks down,
Oh,
but it's on Genesee. It's on
okay.
Genesee. It's off of Perkins. Yeah, it's off Perkins. Yeah, so it was live up in there. People was fighting. People would used to get shot there. So one night I was with my sister, her homegirl, and it was these two Mexicans. They start fighting. So one of them hit my sister, like, well, not like punched or anything like that, but they had like, I guess, like put their back against her or something. So I had pushed them off my sister and stuff, and I was getting ready to fight, and she grabbed me and stuff like that. Like, don't be doing that. You gonna get us killed and stuff. I'm like, no, ain't nobody gonna put their hands on you and stuff. So I was the exact same way. So I get what you mean, because I may not like stand you, but ain't nobody else gonna hurt you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right about that.
So I'm the same way. But I think that's cool. You able to have footage, you able to have audio. I don't have that of my brother. It's times that I don't remember his voice. I really don't remember his voice like that. And I never thought that would ever happen, but it does. Um, Depending on just mental anguish you're in and stuff. So I just advise people to, just one day when you're not doing nothing, record your dad, record your mom, record your brother, record your sister, kids, and stuff like that. It make the grief journey a lot easier. Cause I still
And I'm
try
a big
to.
recorder. I record everything. I really don't have pictures, but I record everything. Like even for my sister when she just got married, like I got all the footage. Like I was the camera person. So I do like I take videos of absolutely everything.
Yes. So how are you now? Besides that, like, is there anything like new that you picked up or like hobbies or anything?
Um, let me see. I guess because it's still so fresh. I'm really
Hmm.
just still you know, after you lose the loved one, you know, um, you can be overwhelmed with life, like have to rush back into work and rush back into uh being a parent or whatever. So for me, it's I haven't really birthed anything yet, but the thing that I can say is, hey Jalen, can you give me that book? That those two books that Ivy had sent me. So in the beginning, it was like really hard, and my best friend, she lost her dad. So years ago, she lost her dad, and I used to. It was like certain times of the year she would like get real sad, and I would be like, "Hey, let's go, like have a good time. Like, why you all in the room and all dark and stuff like that?" So I didn't understand the stages that she was going through until it happened to me. So um, for me, she kind of reached out to me, and she got me this book. She ordered me two books. So this book right here is called F Death. You laughing?
but tell
This
us all the.
book, like this was the first book that my friend sent me.
Uh-huh.
And when I read this book, it's so like powerful. Like everything that you absolutely can think in your mind when people say things to you, and the intentions aren't like the intentions are pure, but it's certain things that you can't say to a person when they're grieving. Like,
Right.
oh well, I'm just telling you a couple things that used to piss me off, and I'm gonna just be honest. And even to this day, like I know people intentions are pure, but it's just certain things that you like just can't say. So it's like people would be like, "Oh, well, God knew he was doing. He's in a better place." Like, okay, or okay, well, life goes on. It'll get better. No, it don't get better. And with this book, when I first started reading this book, like it was so many things that I used to say to cuss people out of my mind, but I wouldn't like necessarily say it to them. And when I tell you I started reading this book, like after a few months, and this book basically like helped me come into the acceptance of losing someone. And not only that, helped me to understand that everything that I'm feeling, everything that I think is not wrong. So I think I read this book in probably like a week, and it's so powerful. Like for anybody that's grieving and you probably having a hard time accepting things, like this book on Amazon is only a couple books, and I'm telling you, it will probably bless your life, and it will help you deal with people like that. Because some people just like they just insensitive, but I don't think that they really trying to be insensitive. It's just that they don't know what to say. And then I had got this other book called "It's Okay Not to Be Okay," and I really haven't really read this book a lot. I read it like a few chapters, but I didn't finish it. But I think this is something that I kind of created over time, like start reading more to kind of like help me understand what I'm going through and help me to know that it's okay to have them thoughts. Like just because the world say, okay, like everybody is there when everything is chaotic and you lose somebody and everybody want to send the prayers and they want to be like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm praying for y'all, blah, 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 blah. They want to show up and then they want to post all these videos and pictures and they want to share all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. But when you really, really going through it is after the fact, when everybody go back to their normal life. And that's when you really, really go through your hard times. That's when you in your darkest moments and you don't have them same people. So
Mm-hmm.
books help me. So reading has been like, I used to read, but I kind of stopped. But reading to heal and learn how to heal has helped me through this journey. I can say that. And coloring. Like I
Mm-hmm.
color, I buy books and I color sometimes. So those are things that hobbies that I have picked up.
That's wonderful because I don't think people know they they lack the emotional intelligence
Mm-hmm.
because they have been so programmed to believe whatever they believe, and you gotta treat everyone just individually. And I just think that the dangers is the psychological part that plays out is that you constantly in your head and you constantly crying just out of nowhere. Like I would have been at work just a couple times and just start bawling, you know what I'm saying? And everybody be like, man, what's wrong with you? Like, what your big ass crying for? But they don't understand, like, I, as much as I wanted to just tell people, like, man, I just need a hug, but, I'm a man. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just
And who said
like
because you're a man you can't cry? Like,
society.
that's society. They put these rules and they put you in this box and they program people on how they supposed to respond to stuff. Like, no, I don't operate like the world. I operate how I need to operate so I can be a better me. Like, I don't care that the world may see things and be like, oh, you had a loss. Okay, get over it. Go drink or go smoke your life away. And I'm not judging people because, hey, if that's how you deal with what you go through, that's your business. But that don't help me because that's temporary. And then I don't smoke. But if I drink occasionally, that get me in my feelings. I don't want to drink because I'm going to be in my feelings. So why would I want to
Yeah.
do something that's kind of, bringing on them emotions that, like, no. So, no. So, and I had a moment like that at work last week where I was at work and I woke up in the morning and everything was cool and I got to work and I just broke down. And then, everybody that most of my colleagues look at me and they see my aura. So I'm always like up and I'm always like free spirited and stuff. So they like, Troy, you okay? And I'm like, no. So I ran to the bathroom and I just started crying because I needed that moment. Like I broke down and you gonna have them moments all the time. It don't matter how much time passes on. Like that's gonna be for the rest of your days that you don't have somebody that you was connected to. Like who are people to tell you how to handle something? A guy wanted to take me out on a date and was like, I'm like, you know what? In this point in my life, I really don't want to date nobody. I'm good. I have somebody who kind of was helping me through. That's somebody I've been involved with helping me through it. But it's like some people like, it'll be okay. No, it's not gonna be okay. Like I hate when people say that. That irritates my whole soul. Like stop telling me it's gonna be okay. No, it's not. Like I'm not okay. It don't matter if it's 5 years from now, 10 years, 20 years from now. I'm still going to have that moment. That happened around my birthday. So every year for my birthday, I'm still going to have a moment like it first happened.
Mm-hmm.
My Mother's Day come. I'm still going to have them effects because of my mother. My brother's birthday is the following month. I'm still going to have that moment every June. His birthday was before Father's Day. I'm still going to have the moment around Father's Day. Like, it don't matter. It's like a never ending thing, but it may get better over time and it may not. And you just got to be okay with that.
Oh, for sure. And mine's was June 20th. So I know exactly what you mean and I'm here for you the month of June and everything. I'm here for you. And I just commend you for just taking the time out to really tell your story because I know it's never easy. It ain't even easy for me. And it just makes it all better as far as like allowing people to just get a different perspective on things because we celebrate death way too much and we don't take mental health seriously because where we came from, we was slaves, descendants of slaves and shit, and they seen horrific things. Just imagine seeing people shot and seeing people hung and getting one of your loved ones sold off, and you had to go back in the fields the next day, or that, or a couple hours later, like nothing happened. And I think that we had adapted that mentality just with that, and because we've been terrorized for. Because I hate when they say 400 years. This country ain't even 400 years ago. So
You don't
I
even
hate.
know.
I do. I really do. I truly do. Because I'm a
You know how
historian.
many years so you know how many years the country is.
Yeah.
How old is Earth?
Well, not Earth, but you said this country.
Oh, so you talk about America. So you know how old
Yeah.
America is. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. So I mean the United States, but I'm just saying like people say 400 years, but we wasn't slaves that long, and all of us wasn't slaves anyway. And
No, we was kings and
oh,
queens
absolutely.
in what they call it, the motherland. We was sold by some of our own people into slavery. But what happened was, I ain't even about to go there because we talking about a whole nother topic.
No, no, it's all good. It's all good.
But that did
I just feel
become people norm, like
yeah,
death. Like that
trauma.
is not a freaking norm, bro. Like
No.
people become so used to death, and it becomes a norm. Like people become numb. Then over time, your numbness lead you into like being very promiscuous because you're trying to fill a void, or you smoking weed because you don't want to feel, you don't want to think about you don't want to have the emotions and thoughts going through your head, or you an alcoholic and you just want to take the pain away. Like, bro, that's really like putting you in a deeper hole. Like you really put yourself deeper into darkness. Like I don't care. People be like, oh, you going to counseling? You must be crazy. No, you're crazy. Like, ain't nothing wrong. I'm good because I'm seeking a journey that's for a better life in the future and moving forward. Like, we always been taught that going to see counseling and going to counseling and seeing a therapist and we must be crazy. Like, who told y'all that? Because white people been doing it for years.
Yeah, and that's just another way to keep us down because the crazy people and the hostile people are celebrated. Especially like because we can go outside and we can see a whole bunch of people who are mentally sick
Right.
and they can get all the love and all the respect because they have a reputation. You know, so they have what's that called? Stripes. You know what I'm saying?
They earn their stripes.
Yeah, they earn their stripes and all that. But like I said, it's just I just think that I don't look at everybody with bad vices as bad people. Everybody who has their own vice isn't bad. They're just trying to survive, which I was trying to survive because everyone just perceived me as a strong person. And I'm not strong. I'm weak like everybody else. I still pray. I need to pray, you know what I'm saying? But I still pray and I still try to seek counsel just with any and everybody who I feel redeemed to help me. But what I learned about just my thing was it just needed to happen for me to see who was really for me and to see what was my purpose and what I was destined to be. So it's all about the way you think. So I just telling it from my personal experiences and just like you told from your personal experience, which was a lot better than my experiences because you made a lot of um, proper cautions of it. Just okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. But it took time for me because I'm stubborn. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to really admit that I did had a problem and stuff, and just seeing people tell me like, "Oh, I'm here whenever you need something," and they reneged. I wanted to kill them, low key. Because I took that serious. Because like when you in that mode, that's the last thing you want to do is play with a grieving person like that. Because you don't know what people capable of, and people be playing with you all day. And then when you at your lowest, you just like, I got nothing to lose
Yeah.
now, so I might as well do it. You know what I'm saying? But now, just you didn't need those people, and you go always level up. You were always gonna boss up because God knows what He's doing. And I just try to tell myself that every day that whatever the 40 years that I have with my brother and the number of years that you had with your brother and stuff like that, um, they left a mark on us so we can leave a mark on the world for other people because that's what they would wanted us to do was to
Mhm.
become better and become stronger and just show everybody the scars that they don't see because it's all physical that people think they scars because they can see, but it's the ones that is invisible that's the pain, the most painful.
Yeah, we tend to mask everything because when people are used to seeing you like look like you have everything together, like I don't have everything together all the time. Like I'm trying, but like I have to realize that sometimes you're not in control of everything.
No.
And I don't know, like how I feel right now, like what you when going back to what you said that a person like make promises to you while you grieving and they like wasn't a person of their word. Like what I'm learning is um for so long we put expectations on people because we think that a person is supposed to respond to us a certain way, they're supposed to treat us a certain way, they're supposed to act a certain way. But what we have to realize is you are in control of you. You don't have control, like you have control over who you choose to deal with in your journey of life, but don't put expectations on people because every time you put expectations on people and you expect a certain thing, you always seem to disappoint yourself. So how about you just focus on you, don't put expectations on people. Deal with people accordingly, and you will be a much better individual. That's what I'm learning. Like we gotta, we have to understand that we are human. Every single day, we're gonna fall short of something. People are not God. God say, put your trust into me, not people. Don't put your trust in man, because man gonna fail you every time. So
Mm-hmm.
once you get that and you build off that foundation, like life be so much better. I swear. Like we are so programmed to take on everybody else's weight and consume everybody else's problems. Like when I went to therapy last week, when the psychiatrist said, like, you know how when you was young you used to listen to certain songs, but now when you as an adult you may listen to a song. So you remember Erica Badu song Bag Lady. You bag lady, you gon' hurt your back, carrying on a bag like that. Right, because you always want to carry everybody's bag. God ain't tell you to carry all them bags. You need to carry your own bag. That's why you over there hurting your back. So, that make a lot of sense. But
Yeah.
it's just the fact that we always taking on everybody else's stuff. God did not put us in position to carry everybody else's weight. So when you come to a point where, look, I can't handle it no more. Leave me alone. Let me do what I need to do and take this journey the way I need to. And if you can't respect that, then you gotta fall back. You gonna fall in line or you gonna fall out of line? Which one you want to take? And over time, people will get to see, the seeds, and they'll see you eventually bloom into the person that you're supposed to be. And that's how I feel about this, all this overall. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy because I never knew the whole well that song that like what it symbolized and you put me on to something.
For real. Go listen to that song. I bet you're gonna be like, dang. Some things that we wasn't old enough to like kind of understand or comprehend. But now when you think about it, you're like, dang, I do be picking up everybody else's load. Like, real, I got my own paper bag. Why am I carrying 6 other bags that I don't have the capacity to carry? Like, no, don't do that to yourself. Like we drain ourselves and we weigh down ourselves and then we hinder our progress because we so overloaded with everybody else thoughts on how we need to handle stuff. No, handle stuff the way you need to handle things. And if they can't respect it, then they gotta move along.
Oh, agree. And well, the song "Moving Mountains" by Usher.
Hold on, you gotta sing this.
Oh no, I'm terrible. I'm
I don't know
terrible.
that. Moving Mountains by Usher.
Yeah, yeah. I sent it to you afterwards, but he talk about the marriage and well, his first marriage and just the stuff that he was going through. That's kind of how I felt just during like my grief journey because you can grieve different things. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
People grieve
It don't
relationships.
necessarily be death. Hmm.
Exactly. So just how he used mountains as a metaphor. And in the video, he actually climbing this mountain and he's seeing his ex and stuff like that, and just putting so much weight on him, and and it's just remarkable, like because I didn't understand it because it came out 2008,
Yeah.
so I ain't experienced that type of stuff yet, but um just whoever like comes to my life as far as like a female companion, I let her know what I deal with. I let her know that I have anxiety, I have PTSD, and this and that. But this will happen, and I'm not gonna force you to stick around if you don't want to stick around, because that's a huge commitment. You know, like I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I just settled and stuff like that if they haven't experienced it. But that was like my song, but it gave me just that courage
Hmm.
because you gotta climb that mountain. Everybody gotta do it one day, but it feels good at the top. And
Yeah.
you could just put your flag on top of that rock.
Sometimes being at the top is lonely, but it is what it
Oh
is.
yeah, I'd rather be lonely than be preyed upon, and you just learn like just so much about yourself once you are able to complete, and who really knows the completion date, but you will feel a lot better than you have before because that metamorphosis is real, and and I'm just praying for everybody, and I just hope for everybody to be able to get themselves help, get themselves some type of clarity, because they just out here just thinking everything's a game, everything's a joke, and until it happens to them. Because I had a friend who was my friend, a man, and he came up to me and he apologized, and because he didn't understand what I was dealing with at the time until it happened to him,
Hmm.
and I was just kind of like baffled because you just don't wish for things to happen to people for them to understand it or get just
Yeah.
be there for me, because again, I can't expect me out of everybody else, but it's just one of those things that's just like unfortunate because you could have been spared that if you would have just been supportive. I don't ask for anybody to replace my brother because my brother was one of a kind. Like funny, they think I'm petty on here. My brother was worse in real life because he
I
used
was
to.
too. Shoot.
No, because him and my uncle would have like this roast session every
Man,
Thanksgiving, and
Lord. Oh, I don't think. Mm-mm.
and it would be so funny because I remember he called him because my uncle, may he rest in peace as well, but I remember he said this one joke, right? He had me on the ground because he called him Liberty Medical and stuff because he
Uh-huh.
had diabetes. And I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
oh, I was so like, I was out of it. He was like, man, don't be laughing at that, man. I have a disease. I have a disease. I'm like, man, fuck you. It's funny. So, but my brother would like really hit below the belt on his jokes, and he just had that laugh that made you want to fight him and stuff because he used to laugh like Chucky. So, but I missed that because ain't nobody else funny like that. It just
Mhm.
those things can't be duplicated, and I just love just hearing stories from you guys and stuff because it just really allows me to feel like I'm doing God's work in a way, just
I
because.
swear, I think, I don't know, like, I think I was nervous at first when you was like, hey, would you like to be on the podcast? And then I'm like, no, hold on, are you for real? Like, bro, I ain't never been on nobody's podcast, or I never did like a interview. And then I don't know, I was kind of nervous about the maybe the questions, and I don't know, because I never did it. So it was more so like, I guess leading up to it, I felt like it was kind of like orchestrated how it needed to be. Because then when I was like, well, what do you want to talk about? And then he was like, well, we can talk about this if you're comfortable. And I was like, you know what? A lot of people don't talk about the things that we need to talk about. Like,
No.
people too busy talking about Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, or Ashanti and Nelly, or I don't give a damn about them individuals. I don't want to
Oh
talk about
yeah.
them. Like,
Yeah,
we
don't get me
don't
started.
have the conversations that we need to talk about. That's important for people to be able to like have a sense of relief. Like, dang, she feel like that. Oh, I be feeling that too. Like, dang, she look happy. She look like she got her life together. Like, dang, I didn't know she was really going through that. Like, these conversations that people really need to have. Like, people just accept death and think like, oh, okay, who's gonna die next? Who I'm gonna put on the t-shirt? Like, that shit pisses. Sorry, excuse my French.
It's
But that stuff
okay.
pisses me off for real.
Yeah.
Because people be so quick to put a person on a t-shirt. Like, what's up? Like, y'all, folks don't respect people's families. They don't respect boundaries. Like, this new age generational crap that people deal with. Like, people, so it's like they be tuned in to see if somebody die or something, so they can be quick to put somebody on a t-shirt and make money. Like, and so many things that like irritated me through my journey. And even when like people be like, oh, I'm praying for you and stuff, like, are you even really praying, or is that just you saying like I'm praying for you because that's like the way of saying like just to be a part of something? Or people just be quick to share stuff, or people be quick to put out stuff that they know nothing about, or come up with this whole story of what happened, or how this person was, or I'm kind of just not. See, look, I'm having a moment right now because I be thinking, when I think about this whole traumatic event that happened in my life, like, that shit pisses me off. Like, the whole situation. Or, you feeling like, I mean, my mom lived here in Texas, and I live here in Texas, and my sister lives in Detroit, and my brother was the only person of our immediate family that was a Saginaw. So when you out and you hanging out with people, and whether you out having a good time, whether you drinking or you probably overindulge or whatever the case is, me as a person that care about somebody or that loves somebody, I'm going to think that you are in the hands of somebody who's going to feel like they're responsible for you because they're with you. Not the fact that you're going to let somebody move around and maneuver how they maneuver, and then you're going to be like, all right, you don't even make sure they get to their destination or nothing. Like, it'd be a lot of stuff that really be triggering to me. Like, folks just like they norm is just so just quick to like post stuff on social media and video chat everything or share everything and put people on t-shirts. Like, that's so weird to me. Like, I don't get it. But then it's cool until something happened to your family. Then you get mad, like, why y'all putting my people on t-shirts? Y'all didn't even call it, ask the mama or the family, like, hey, are you comfortable with, like, how do you like, give people time.
Yeah.
Like, through this whole process, like, a lot of stuff angered me in the beginning. It has, and a lot of stuff is triggering, even visiting the state of Michigan or the city of Saginaw. So, me as an individual, yeah, I got family there, but I have no desire to ever go back to that place. Why? Because I feel like whether my brother was grown or not, like, you was in the hand of people that's supposed to love you and protect you, and they failed, you know. So I don't. It's like a journey. Like, sometimes, like right now, that kind of like elevating my blood pressure, and then I have to realize, like, see. But I'm just saying, like, just death is a norm, and that's just so weird to me. Like, give people their flowers while they are here on earth. Like, y'all be so quick to celebrate people when they die. You be having millions of people that like, oh, that was my cousin, or that was my homeboy, blah 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 blah. Like, I ain't never seen you in my life. Like, where was these flowers when I was here and I was living? Where was all this energy when I was probably not out of body and thinking I'm enjoying myself and I overindulge in some stuff. Where was that love and energy that you needed then? Like, I don't know. Just folks is weird to me.
I agree with you. I agree with you because it's just nowadays people rather record than call 911 or help
Like,
and shit. And
until it happened to their family member, they be like, why y'all ain't help my cousin? Why y'all ain't gonna help my sister or my brother? Like, once upon a time, you was that same person that was quick to pull out your phone and record some stuff, or be quick to share some stuff, or be, oh, your people's up over here. Y'all go check on y'all people. Like, that's so weird to me. People want you to be sensitive to their situation when they go through some stuff. Like, bro, you need to just learn how to just, like, be a help to people. Like, folks just so quick to just want to be a part of trending. Death is trending, so everybody want to be a part of somebody getting killed. They want to be the first person to report something. Oh, this happened to so and so, and I know all the information. That is so stupid and weird to me. Like, folks just don't have no heart and no respect for nobody. Like, that is just weird. So I feel
yeah,
how I feel about folks. Even people reached out to me, and I probably didn't respond to you. What am I gonna respond to you for? Or people like, hey, I heard this. I don't give a damn what happened. I don't. At this point, I don't care. I lost someone. So what happened and what people created in their mind, like, I don't care. Like, the only person that knew what happened is that person that is no longer here.
mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. We just live in a world where people are just like, they cold-hearted to stuff. They just want to be a part of the trends. Everything that's trending. It's just so weird. Y'all want to be a part of the turn up until somebody gets shot, and then it's okay. When it happens to you, now you want everybody to really care, or you want everybody to respond to you a certain type of way. Like, I don't know. We just in the time right now, and I realize that I have to separate myself from a lot of stuff because people just ignorant.
Most deaf. That's why I'm always to myself. So I don't got time for that shit. Because clout is the new root of all evil nowadays.
Right.
And I just distance myself because I'm chasing after something that I want to do. And when it comes to just growth, it's a lonely place,
Mm-hmm.
but it's necessary.
Right.
And just, like you said, I couldn't put nobody's face on a T-shirt without their permission, or not even do it. Like,
It's insensitive as fuck. Like,
yes,
no lie, God forgive me for cursing, but it's so insensitive. Like, people be so quick, like, just to be like, just go taking pictures off of people's pages and putting them on a T-shirt. Like, that's like, damn, did you even reach out to that? Like, my sister probably reached out to individuals, or somebody probably reached out, but I'm just saying, like, give people time. You ain't even allowed the family to process nothing yet. Like, people just be so quick to be like, oh, let me post so and so on the T-shirt. Then, like, y'all make all this money off of somebody else's death, but I don't know. It's just crazy. Like, it's like people get a profit off somebody dying. Like,
yeah,
like y'all be
unfortunately,
quick to make some money off of somebody's death. Like, what? Like, did you even send a flower to the freaking memorial service? Like, you know what I'm saying? I
man,
don't know. I'll be thinking on a way different level, and some people may be like, "What?" Like, it's just like a generous thing to do. Like, you profiting off of somebody's life that you didn't even know. Like, did you even send a flower to the family or a card from the family dollar that was 99 cents? Like, I don't know.
no, they don't care. And the craziest part is just all these movies, all these rap songs that glorified that, like back when we was growing up, and even to this day, um, they just see the illusion, but they haven't seen the authenticity of it. They don't know what it's like to see your mama or your dad daddy or both your parents cry, and there's nothing you can do about it but hold them.
Mhm.
And then you go home or you come over and visit or something, and you hear them cry, and it's just it's real, like, and that's why I always say my mom is the strongest woman I know, and nobody will ever like to me would take her place in my life, and I love my mom to death, even though we came a long way because we didn't like each other throughout my teenage years, and we was always bumping heads because we the same. Because I was just really defiant and stuff. But I just always wanted to be successful and stuff. And she wanted me to do one thing, but I wanted to do my thing. I wanted to be a rapper and stuff like that. But she used to think I was trying to be a
Let me
thug and
hear
this and
some
that.
bars.
Oh, I got a song. I'll let you listen to it. I got a song, but I quit. But that's my past life. But I just wanted to be successful. But she wanted me to go into a career. She wanted me to be a slave to the establishment, And I told her that I wanted to be expressive. I wanted to be my own man. I don't want you to just carry me or baby me throughout my life. I wanted to be my own man. So now it's just, she see the show, she see me doing my thing and stuff. She just really like appreciate and she proud of me and stuff. But it's just I want her to know what success feels like. I want her to be able to live in lavish before God called her home.
Right.
And I feel like that would be my return for
Right.
raising me. And we love our mamas, us as men, we love our mamas and we love our daddies.
You ain't
But
lying about that. My brother was crazy about my mom, for real. Like,
yeah,
no
it
lie. He
just
was like her man. Like, he
mhm.
was like, he ran, what you doing? Oh, what you cook? Where you going on a date? Like, she had to get permission from him to do stuff. He was not like having it, but I understand that because my son like that for me. Like your son, your child, your son wants the best for you in anything. If they got to deal with a man, or when it comes to your career or your job or whatever the case is, like your sons are taught to be protective of the women that's in their life. So I understood that, and my mom and my brother had a really close relationship, and even like what people have to understand too, like sometimes going through your own personal stages of processing the loss, you have your mother and your father or whatever and your siblings, and they may be processing things too. But it's like sometimes you're not that strong to carry, to
Mhm.
be as supportive as be as supportive as you think you should be. And sometimes like that can allow families to kind of like separate, or it can bring them together. And it's just all a process. Like it's all a process, and it will forever be a process. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm like one of them individuals where, um, like my son left behind a 4-year-old daughter, and for me, it's hard for me to like, it's kind of hard for me to like call my niece and look at and like FaceTime her and stuff because my brother loved the hell out of his daughter. Like she always wanted to be up under her dad, and her dad loved her. Like so, it's like kind of hard to like video chat now because it's more so like she kind of be looking sad. It's like an aura over her that knows something wrong, but she really don't like actually like she knows something is wrong. She knows something is missing. I ain't seen this man. Something ain't right, and it's so hard because like she still be like, I want my daddy, and like that's the most heartbreaking thing that like an aunt or a mother or a grandparent or whatever can like go through. Like not on top of you already dealing with what you're dealing with, and then like you hear this kid that's looking for their absent parent, and it's like, damn, I don't even know. I can't say nothing. Like, I don't even know how to respond to that. So I don't know. It's just this it's crazy. It's different, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
Did your brother have
speechless.
any children before? It's certain work. I'm learning too. I don't know if this is something that you have ever went through, but it's certain words that I can't say. Like, I say passed on. Like, I can't say dead or death or died. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's certain words that I can't say. I just like lost or passed on. Like, it's even my language is different.
Yeah, you learn to be more fragile with your words and your dialogue now
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But no, he didn't have any children, but he was by himself. But he had a girlfriend, and his girlfriend didn't even show up to his funeral. And when I saw her out in public, she had another dude, and I was really like pissed about that shit. I really wanted to confront her so bad, but then I was like, "It ain't even worth it. It's not my business." But I just was so angry at that because why not show up for your man? I know it hurts, but you ain't hurting as much as we hurt over here. And I was in the front row seat. But no, he didn't have any children, and that scared me because that's what made me promiscuous because I was like, I don't want to go out the exact same way as he did
Mm-hmm.
because his bloodline is over, but my bloodline is possibility and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
it just you saying that just really took me back to 27 years old. But
And
yeah, I
that's
just
hard too, even having to deal with the significant other. Like, that's something that I in my class, it was a video of, and I, I didn't know I didn't know the person that my brother was with.
mm-hmm.
I can't speak on her personally because I don't know her.
Yeah.
But even the part of you speaking, like saying that they wasn't present or whatever, like, I don't know what happened at this point. Whatever happened, it will reveal itself over time or not. But it would. That's how I guess that's how I felt too. Like, damn, I ain't even, like, one thing about me and my brother, we was very stubborn. If we had an argument or something, and it probably was something so freaking petty, but we probably we wouldn't even talk to each other. But that don't mean that I don't love him. So I didn't currently know who he was with at the time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know her. I ain't had communication with her.
Mm-hmm.
We wasn't besties or nothing like that. But like, even in the midst of that, like, not even showing up to be around the family when the immediate family. I don't really care about nobody else. I'm talking about the immediate family.
Yeah.
Not even being present around that. Like, if you was this person that was so loving or however y'all did whatever y'all did, like, I feel like, I guess for me,
Mm-hmm.
if something was to happen to the person that I'm with, whether your family know what we went through or not, like, I'm gonna be around there boo-hooing the heck out of the whole situation because I love the heck out of you, no matter if our relationship was toxic or if it was healthy or not. Like, that's something that's somebody that you shared a bond with, a connection with, and nobody else will never understand that because those people weren't in y'all shoes. But at the same time, like, I don't know, those are things that I kind of thought about too. Like, man, I don't even know this girl. I ain't never seen her face, nothing. Like, whoever, I don't know. That's different too. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's just, I don't know. I really don't like to talk about. I really don't like to speak on that part because I'm still like,
I know.
I'm still trying to process things in that area too, because it's easy for you to get upset. Like, damn, you was just with my brother, and he said you moved on that fast. But then you don't know what kind of. It's like you don't really know what situation they was in a relationship either. Like, and then I didn't know nothing that was going on. I didn't even know the person's name. I just knew of somebody when things ruptured. Like at that point in my life, like you made yourself more irrelevant because you weren't even present when you needed to be. I felt like when you needed to be, but to each his own. But it's people that my brother had dated in the past that reached out to us and like came and showed their face at the memorial service and gave their condolences and stuff too, and still do to this day. So I respect that and those people that he shared a bond with and whatever they did. It ain't for me to judge, but at least they had something that they shared that was good enough for you to be like, hey, I miss him too, or hey, I support y'all, or hey, if you need something, I got this. And people showed up to be helpful during the services and stuff. So I don't know. That's kind of a subject as well.
Yeah, and that's good to hear because I shouldn't even say it, but
Go ahead and speak.
but I always wanted like my little sneaky links to come and support me, saying, you know, just be like, oh my God, oh no, but yeah. And that's what's up though. Like, it's just really good to know just he was loved because us as black men, we don't know if we are loved or not. But it's just how it be, and we need to get better at telling people we love them.
Because we've
Because I
been
always tell,
taught the toxic way to love them. If I call you a
yes,
B word and smack you up a couple times and disrespect you, that mean I love you. No, that's not. That's dysfunctional, and that is not healthy love. And
yeah,
I didn't probably knock some heads, and I thought that was love. That ain't love.
no,
Right? And your mate ain't love. And I ain't gonna lie. Look, internally, I'm a work in progress. Like, because there's some things that we have been disconnected from, like knowing how to properly love yourself. But you can never love somebody if you don't love yourself first. Like,
of course,
as a culture, and a man disrespecting you and beating you up and telling you they love you 1,001 times is not love, bro. That's a dysfunction. Because you can apologize all day. You can apologize, but are you changing the behavior? If you still changing the behavior, you're just a manipulative, lying son of a bee. So I think love is just uh, it's actions, and you treat people. If you know that person ain't somebody for you, just leave them alone. Stop trying to attach yourself to stuff that ain't meant for you to, meant to be a part of your life. And it's okay. It's okay. If a person ain't for you, it's okay. I love you, and I'm gonna see you on your way, and I wish you the best.
yeah,
But I feel like that culturally black men do lack, and I feel like if you just go deeper, it's like generational stuff. It's a lot of lack of within the culture itself.
yeah, and I've been learning a lot about like my family and stuff like that, and the stuff that I uncovered really made me happy. Really made me feel grateful that I ain't come from all convicts and alcoholics and women beaters and stuff like that. We had some great
Not saying
people.
if you did, you can't change.
Of course not. But that brought a whole lot of empowerment towards me, and I just think that all of us should learn our family history and do the research, and we would be surprised what we find, and just really like bring that into the forefront because all this other stuff and 50-50 and stuff that's completely irrelevant, like that's not helping our community. That ain't making us stronger. It's making us weaker because we've forgotten our roles. And I don't understand that. Like, because every man is not the same, and every woman is
No,
not the same. And I don't know what people want me to be, but I know who I am. I know what I could bring to the table. I know what I can offer. And one thing that nobody can say that I did to him was beat on him, cheat on him. I ain't never been a cheater because I'm a horrible liar. It's gonna be all about body language and everything. I'm a
you'll
horrible
be
liar.
breaking out in the sweat.
Cause I start stuttering and stuff like what you know. But yeah, I just know what I can offer and stuff like that. Cause I ain't lazy. I work. I bust my ass every day. But it's just someone who isn't used to someone who's alpha. Cause I feel like any man that can take care of himself inside and out, he's alpha. He's not allowing anyone to control his destiny. He's taking care of his business, taking care of his family and stuff. But we get um, categorized all the time just by these particular topics and stuff like that, because it's all just manufactured to get us to bicker at each other. I respect independent women. I respect women because y'all be on y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get it done.
Well, let
But
me
it's
tell you
just
something. One thing about independent women, we do not. Let me put a disclaimer. We do not want to be independent, but it takes a certain type of man to allow us to operate in our feminine energy. When a person be like, "Oh, Cierra, you strong black woman." I don't want to be a strong black woman. Like, do y'all say you a strong white woman? You a strong Latina woman. You a strong Asian woman. No, it's always the black woman. I'm a strong black woman. No, it was not. I was not created to hold the weight on my shoulders. No, I was not. Sorry. So don't ever say you're a strong black woman. Now, God gave me the strength to endure some trials and tribulations and get through. But being strong, no. I don't want to be strong all the time. Like sometimes I need a balance. I need that. We were created to be a helpmate. So you need to be in position so that I can be your helpmate.
yeah,
Like the world
and
is
I
just
am. I'm
so freaking like this program and stuff is like really just got me, and it's all us. It's all black people. You don't hear
yes,
white people going back and forth about stuff like that, or Hispanic, or guess what? If you do have a man that's of color and they are about their business and they taking care of their woman, or they're treating you with respect and they treat you as you should be treated, and they're masculine, they soft. Oh, that nigga soft, he weak. No, y'all got it all wrong, bro. Like,
it's it's scary because you just never know who you running up on, and because there's are many people who are masters of disguise, and it's scary.
master manipulators.
Yes, yes. And the older I get, the more I realize that I see spirits. I don't see people. I see
Shut
spirits.
up. No, you lying. Because I swear I be like that too. And people might think I'm crazy. I'm like, bro, you got an evil spirit in you. And they be like, what? And they don't even know. Like, I don't know. It's like, folks be thinking I'm crazy when I say stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, you don't
No,
understand this language. Like, bro.
no, because you have to be empathic to know, and you feel it. You feel different energies. Because I feel energies all day. You know what I'm saying? Because I do this show, but I could just stand next to a person and I could just hear them talk, hear them roam. I just feel like, I start to I don't know. I just start to get the energy drained from me. You know what I'm saying?
So
I'll be
like
like,
when
what
you
the
do
hell is
these
going on?
like one-on-one interviews, like you feel that flow like with talking to them that is just draining?
Depending on the vibration.
Yeah,
Because if the
yeah,
person low vibrational, then I can feel it. And so a lot of times, shoot, I'll be like, dang, like I can't move or I need to lay down type shit. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I have that I guess gift or whatever. I don't know
yeah.
what it is.
Discernment,
Yeah.
a spirit of discernment.
And I stay away from these certain people, and I don't care if they say, "Oh, that nigga scared of me," and this and that. Like, no, nigga, you a energy drainer. You a fucking blood sucker. You a liar. You a bitch ass nigga. I don't want to be around you. I ain't scared of you. Don't flatter yourself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just be trying to protect that, because it's just so much to endure when you're gifted, when you're special. And I feel like you're a special person. We met on just suspicious circumstances.
Look,
I know you
I don't
like,
know. Look, did you go to Earth the Hill? Because I asked my sister, like, do you know this guy? He does podcasts and blah, blah, blah. I said, I think he went to Earth the Hill. And she's like, I
yeah, I
don't know.
did.
And I seen your, like, I had to show your face. And I was just telling her, like, you want me to do a podcast? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. And then she's like, well, if you're comfortable. But I was honored that you asked me that because I don't know. Like, I don't really don't care about likes. I don't care about how many people viewing or nothing like that because people don't never tune into stuff that's positive anyway. Like if I was on here cussing and being ratchet or I was into it with a female or something, you be having all eyes tuned in. But
Yes, you do.
because I'm speaking of something that has happened in my life that's traumatic for me, and I'm kind of discussing like the proper steps that I've taken because everybody don't, everybody do things in certain times, but this
Yeah.
journey is personal for me. So when you talk about things that's necessary, uh, folks don't really be tuned into that, but I really don't care. Like I knew I wasn't thinking about that going into it. I was thinking about having a conversation with somebody that we share the same experience,
Hmm.
and it's things that you deposit in and we both can like kind of reciprocate off each other, and it's things that I may have never thought about, that you have shared with me in your journey, and it's things that you probably learned with me in mine. But at the end of the day, it's a conversation, and it's I feel like it was ordained for us to help somebody, whoever tune in to watch, or whoever don't tune in, then that's your loss. But I feel like I feel like it was destined for me to talk about this and talk about what I've experienced and talk about how I don't like how things went this way and how I was angry and upset about this and how right now I may be okay, but in the next 5 minutes I may be boohooing and crying my eyes out. And to be excited that I had a brother who lived a good honorable life the best way he knew how, not based off of other people projection or how they feel like he should have lived or what he should have did this day or how he should have maneuvered that way. Like that really don't matter at the end of the day. So I felt like this was necessary, and even me just rushing to do this interview with you, I'm like, dang, I'm about to be late. Like I work all day and then I have to go to work, get home, shower, put clothes on, go to my grief counseling class with a group of individuals, and we all enduring the same thing. But I swear, like that's the best feeling of the week, like going there and being able to decompress. And I share with them like I got to do a podcast, blah blah blah. So they was like excited that that somebody could reach out and I can kind of share some things that I'm learning because I still got a few more weeks. I got a lifetime of this, and healing is forever. It don't end. It's growing is forever. You don't stop growing. But it's all
Hmm.
about you. If you want to stop healing and you want to be consumed in yourself and you want your mind to stop growing, then that's on you. But I'm happy I was able to do this. And I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be late. I don't like to waste people's time. Like this is what you passionate about. I respect your time. So that's why I text you like, hey, I'm gonna be a couple minutes late. But I ain't late because I'm BSing. I'm late because I'm leaving the therapy and I'm like, okay, I want to be home in a nice, quiet, peaceful, you know what I'm saying? It be respectful. Like whether you was like, no, it's good, no, it's not good. Because some people don't respect your time. People be showing up late and they don't respect your time. Your time is valuable. So I don't know. I think it was just all ordained. Like you got to go to this right after class. So I was able to cry and all that stuff even before this. So I feel good that I'm doing it because before, at probably about 6:30, I had an emotional breakdown, and I didn't even think I could do this. And I thought I was about to text you like, you know what, we got to reschedule. But then when I went to my class and I took some notes and we had some discussion and dialogue, I released. I was good, and I'm okay now.
Yeah, and you're gonna be okay. It's just going to be tooth and nail, but you're gonna be okay. Even it's crazy. I found this video of 50 Cent. The only time like he actually cried was, I guess it was like when Howard Stern asked him, how do you can make yourself cry in movies? And he think about the moment he found out his mom died.
Mm.
And he just started crying, like, and he was like, oh my God, he's really crying. I'm like, you asked him to cry, like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know?
Because
But
he probably like, even though his life gotta go on, like every time you think about that person, like it's like you always go back to that moment. It's like as a sibling, nobody in life ever expects to like lose their parent or a sibling or whoever they're close to in life. Like you don't wake up thinking like, oh, I'm gonna lose this person within this, you know what I'm saying? And then like
yeah,
when you sit there and you think, like the reality is like, bro, like I don't got my little brother no more. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff is like it jacks you up. And like it don't matter how late in the game it is. Like I think about that, like what? Like what? That don't even make sense. Like what? I don't know. It is you don't think about that. You don't think about, I don't know. Even though we know we here on borrowed time, like we think that we supposed to have people forever, and that's not the reality. And you don't ever think that something will happen to somebody that you care about, like in a tragic way, especially when they not an individual that's like kind of like into nothing that would kind of lead them into harm's way. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
So I don't know. It'd be stuff like that. Like, how could this, like, how do this happen? Like, how did this happen? Like, what? And then look, you even throughout this, you get angry at that person because you think about like, why the fuck would you do that? Or why would you be here? Or why would you go off and do this? Or why would you be around these people? And why would you like you get mad at them people too. Like you gotta let all that out. Like
yeah,
people don't know. You can be angry at God, but guess what? He know everything that you going through in your mind. Like, bro, he know. It's been times where I didn't broke down on my knees and cursing and talking to God. Like I am angry. But guess what? That's what he wants. His grace is sufficient. Like he wants you to open up to him. Like when it irritates me when like people say you can't question God. Who said that? A
man.
parent to us, a spiritual parent. You know
hmm
how you would question your mama and your daddy in your physical life? Who said you can't question God? Sometimes God wants us to question him so he can give us. Sometimes he's gonna reveal it to you, or sometimes he won't. Sometimes he'll give us certain things because we're not ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you'll never get it.
No,
But like people be coming up with these weird rules and stuff like you can't question God. Like why? You can't cuss that God. I'm not cursing God. I'm angry and I'm mad and my emotions are and I'm pissed and I'm a human being and I'm gonna respond like this. And God knows because He created me.
yeah. I just love cliches.
The fudge.
Cliches a motherfucker, man. I be like, man, would you shut the fuck up with that bullshit? I want to fucking hear that shit. But I heard every cliche in the book, right? And it just kind of makes you just. I'd rather for you to tell me I don't give a fuck than feed me a cliche, because that just adding insult to injury and stuff. But yeah, you just have to take it one day at a time. This is a step. You know, you can't take the elevator, you got to take the stairs,
Hmm.
unfortunately. And you're going to be fine, because I made it, and a lot of people don't make it out of that, unfortunately. They don't. So you're a survivor, not a victim. It's just something that happened to you, but you're going to pull through.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to come back and do another one, or as many as you want, because
Another
you're
one.
natural. Another
I can only be
show.
myself. I can't be nobody else. It depends on the topic. Now, I'm trying to be a better individual. I'll be trying not to be indulged in the pettiness that be going on in the world.
No, we could just talk about something civilized, and I'll let you know later on. But you'll be all right. Like I said, you are natural. For somebody to be on here for the first time, you knocked it out the park. So you good. And I
Well,
hope that
I prayed a lot about this before. Like, Lord, please orchestrate this right. Just let me, I have to have a few conversations with myself.
yeah, so this helped you a little bit.
Hmm. Like, yeah, it. I don't know. It's. I think it's therapeutic. Like to talk about the things that's real.
Yeah, I told you. I told
It,
you it would feel better about it. You would feel better, but yeah, I just like I said, I just like to have a variety, because I have episodes that get on my damn nerves and stuff like that. I'm like, why the hell I bring these motherfuckers on here? But um, I feel like
hey, it's a
everyone,
part of growing. It's a part of the growing pain.
yeah, of course,
And
but
then and soon you got you had some big hitters on your cast. So in the minute you ain't gonna have to deal. Look, you ain't gonna be able to have to cash your pearls to twine. You're gonna be at the top of the food chain. So that
yeah, of course, and
you gotta
I,
believe
I
that.
oh, I do. I just be humble, because
Yeah.
my way has worked.
Hmm.
I never say or never said that it was all me.
Yeah.
It was God, because all those L's
Hmm.
that I took, it just feels good to get that win, and you just been praying for it and this and that, and you able to reinvent yourself to something good instead of something worse or something bad or something tragic. And I just had to prove a point, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to prove them wrong. But yeah, wow, we been talking
Two
for almost
weeks.
2 hours.
Yeah, that's too long. It's like hold on, wait. It's 11:26 there. It's 10:26 here. So my time is I'm an hour behind y'all.
Yeah,
But yeah. But I did. I'm grateful for this conversation. I'm honored that you reached out to me and asked me to be a part of your show tonight. And whoever was watching, I hope that something resonated with somebody, and maybe we planted some seeds. And along your journey, just understand that nobody is in control of how you heal, but you. And that's just how you gotta.
facts. I don't know, like a good outro to leave this, but you gave a good final thought. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was on Jerry Springer the way that you said that, but yeah,
No, but
guys.
I enjoyed my last how long we been over here? Ooh, almost an hour and a half of time that uh we was able to have good dialogue, and I feel like it was very healthy. And
Hmm.
you know, anytime you want to have a conversation about something, I am open to
Yeah, man, I'll have a topic.
it.
But yeah, you take care of yourself and
You
thanks
too.
again.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.